Bowen Hawkeye's journey began not just with the luminous scales tied to his Dragonborn heritage, but with the shadow of doubt that often lingered behind them. Born and raised in the fertile lands of Elderglen, Bowen and his twin brother Sean grew up amid stories of heroic deeds and Draconic history. Their parents' esteemed legacy as Dragonborn knights cast a long shadow, one that Bowen often feared he could never escape. While they bonded over shared training exercises and youthful adventures, the twins couldn't have been more different in temperament and aspiration. Bowen's scales shimmered like liquid gold, a hereditary signature of power, yet behind the sheen lay an inner turmoil. His heart burned with zeal and passion, yet his mind churned with the anxiety of never matching the brilliance of his ancestors or his brother. Despite his formidable martial skill and tactical acumen, Bowen harbored a deep-seated fear of inadequacy. His brother Sean embraced the divine path of a paladin, finding peace and purpose in service to a higher calling. Bowen, meanwhile, was drawn to the way of the sword, seeking validation through personal triumph and a longing to craft his own legacy. This divergence seeded tension between the two. Sean often challenged Bowen's path, arguing that raw skill was aimless without faith guiding its blade. The simmering unease between them was set aside when a curse, as ancient as the stones of Elderglen, threatened their homeland under the orchestration of a vile sorcerer. The curse struck personal for Bowen when their younger cousin, his childhood confidant, fell victim to its initial wave, rendering him terribly ill. This personal blow fueled Bowen's resolve, transforming his journey from mere duty to an intensely personal mission. Set upon gathering allies to confront this dark affliction, Bowen also strove to conquer his internal demons. His Dragonborn nature, once a point of confidence, became a spiritual challenge, learning to balance the formidable expectations tied to his heritage with his authentic self. The advice and legends of dragons weren't just stories. They were teachings Bowen would have to internalize to succeed. Throughout his journey, Bowen traversed lands where his Dragonborn lineage could either open doors or close them. He learned the importance of compassion and restraint, particularly in lands where his dragon-like features were met with suspicion. His dragon's heart became not just a symbol of his power, but one of empathy and understanding, a lesson often reinforced by recalling tales of his ancestors' wisdom and struggles. The world beyond Elderglen unfolded in rich tapestries of alliances and tensions, with factions such as a council of wizards offering potential aid, though weary of Dragonborn intentions. It was here Bowen learned to wield not only his sword, but also his silver tongue, tempering his fiery impulses with the art of diplomacy. Bowen's quest brought him to emotional precipices, moments of triumph when he secured unlikely alliances, or despair when a path seemed to close. These trials sculpted Bowen into more than just a knight or a dragon's kin. They forged him into a leader marked by humility and resilience. In the end, Bowen's journey was not solely about lifting a curse from his home, but lifting the burden of legacy from his heart, proving not only to the world, but to himself, that real greatness is crafted as much in the heart's trials as on the battlefield. Bound by the love for his land and family, Bowen learned to cherish the legacy he bore, not as a prison chained to his ancestors' deeds, but as wings lifting him toward his destiny.